My brother and I got two magical charms. One was the god of exams. The other was the god of wealth. My brother grabbed the god of wealth first, so I had to take the god of exams. But the charms only lasted 1 year. Time was way too short. His lavish lifestyle made him reckless. He quickly went broke. But I kept studying hard. Knowledge never expires. Later, I won the National Tech Award and became famous overnight. I teamed up with a business genius to create Myth Corporation. I became a billionaire and the city's richest man. But my brother couldn't accept it. At a family gathering, he made me fall down the stairs. I was reborn 1 week before we got the charms, and found out my brother beat me to it. He chose the god of exams this time. I knew he was reborn too. Last life, he wanted the god of wealth. I smiled. I love studying. The god of exams makes me unstoppable. My brother said, "I'll take it then, bro." He said, "This life I'll ace the Gaokao and get into Tsinghua." He said, "I'll become a world-renowned scientist." He said, "Enjoy your year, then go broke." I gave him a knowing smile. I said, "Good luck then." After getting the god of wealth, I made my move. I took my last 50 bucks to the lottery shop, spent 20 on 10 scratch cards, didn't hit the jackpot, but still won 50,000. I took that money to different lottery shops, spent 10 grand on tickets, bought dozens of different Powerball tickets, then waited for tonight's draw. Next I bought a phone and laptop, and some headphones, then treated myself to a proper meal. I went to Haidilao Hot Pot. Last life I was obsessed with studying and research. I'd forget to eat constantly. Gastritis turned into stomach cancer. I could barely eat anything. I had enough money to buy every Haidilao in the world, every BBQ joint in the world, every skewer shop in the world. But my stomach wouldn't let me enjoy a single meal. Not even hot pot, BBQ, or skewers. After the hot pot, I booked a 5-star hotel suite. Last life I spent big money just to sleep well. I dropped 4.2 million on a Heston's mattress. Still had insomnia. I was scared my brain wouldn't work. Scared I couldn't do research. I didn't dare take sleeping pills. I could only suffer through until morning. Now I finally got my sleep back. Woke up after 15 hours. I grabbed my phone to check. I looked up the lottery results carefully. Won 1.5 million total. Not exactly rich. But without the god of wealth, most people never win 10 grand in their life. I went straight to claim my prize. After 20% tax, I had 1.2 million left. I'm not like my dumb brother. He doesn't get money multiplication. Once the charm expires, he's done. He can't maintain wealth long term. But I've done research. I've run companies. My past life knowledge is still here. Money's just material stuff. Only knowledge and skills last forever. I opened my laptop, registered a trading account, found the legendary stock from my past life, Eastern Tech. Right now it's at its IPO stage. Stock price is at its lowest. From my memory, in 1 week, it'll skyrocket from $1 per share. In 6 months, it'll hit $300 a share. This is my fastest way to multiply money right now. The opportunity is here. I put all 1.2 million into the stock. I'm expecting a 300x return. Meanwhile, my brother, with the god of exams, refuses to work hard. He stopped studying seriously. In class, he either sleeps or reads magazines. Never does homework. Even the teacher yells at him. But he talks back without care. He says, "I'm naturally gifted." He says, "I don't need to study hard." He says, "When Gaokao comes," he says, "I'll be the provincial top scorer. Just watch." The teacher sees him as delusional, just gives up on him completely. But I keep working hard. I keep studying. Last life I was top scorer and got my PhD at Tsinghua. But I still don't take it lightly. I don't dare underestimate Gaokao. Not one bit. This life though, my goal isn't Tsinghua. I don't want to walk the same path. Since heaven gave me a second chance, repeating the old path is pointless. Besides, this life I don't want to meet Liu Ruyan. Tech genius boy meets business genius girl, a power couple marriage. Looked like a fairy tale to everyone. Seemed perfect. But nobody knew. Every step I took was like walking barefoot on knives. Bloody painful. Yet I had to smile for the world. My brother has the god of exams. Even though he's lazy, it doesn't matter. He still aces every test, and beats me by 1 point every time taking first place. Teachers and classmates praise him non-stop. His ego's through the roof. Whenever he sees me studying, he mocks me. He says, "Bro, no matter how hard you try," he says, "you can't beat me." He says, "Just stop studying." He says, "Use your god of wealth to buy lottery tickets." He says, "Enjoy the year, then go broke." I ignore him. Because my stock already went up 100x. I've got over 100 million now. I'm not interested in luxury. I just want 3 good meals a day, and good sleep at night. As for lottery, I'm done with it. Gotta leave the winning chances. For other people. For those who want to try. Days go by, Gaokao's getting closer. When Eastern Tech hit 300 bucks a share, I sold everything fast. My account balance hit over 400 million. I'm not letting money sit idle. Using my memory, I diversified into other growth stocks. Let them keep multiplying. My brother, with his decent looks and genius teen persona, blew up online fast. He made money from knowledge-sharing content, saved up about 2 million in study funds, but he didn't learn from his past life, never thought about improving his actual abilities. He says, "Bro, guess who I met?" He walks into my room, looking all smug. I'm calculating research data. I don't even look up. I say, "Don't know, don't care." He says, "Once I tell you her name, you'll care." He says, "Her name's Liu Ruyan." He says, "The business genius girl." He looks at me with interest. He says, "Everything you had last life will be mine. So happy." I play dumb. I say, "I don't know." I say, "What you mean about past life, this life?" I say, "I have no memories of a past life." He looks at me confused. He says, "You weren't reborn?" He says, "Did you read too many novels or something?" I frown and touch his forehead. He pushes my hand away. He pats my shoulder. He says with disappointment, ugh. He says, that's boring. He says, I wanted to watch you see me. He says, take everything from your past life. He says, including Liu Ruyan. He says, but whatever doesn't matter. He says, this life you can't beat me anyway. He says, Tsinghua's mine. He says, Liu Ruyan's mine too. He says, and the billionaire CEO spot is mine. He says, you should just buy more lottery tickets. He says, so you don't end up broke with nothing. My indifference makes him feel bored. He slams the door and leaves. But he's not done with me yet. A moment later, he's back with his phone. He's waving it around me. He shoves the screen in my face. The video shows Liu Ruyan. He says, Ruyan, let me introduce you. He says, this is my bro. Handsome, right? I look at Liu Ruyan in the video. I feel instinctive resistance inside. I think, whatever, respect people's fate. This is his choice. He'll deal with the consequences. He asks, Ruyan, what do you think of my brother? She answers, not much. His face lights up instantly. He says, bro, Ruyan says you're not much. I nod in agreement. Yeah, hey, hello. He looks a bit disappointed. Then he turns to the video. He says he knows his place. He says, whether it's academics or looks, he can't beat me. She says, true, he can't. She says, geniuses are rare in this world. He says, exactly, and we're two of them. He says, the world will be ours. He says, my brother won't even qualify to work for me. He laughs, loud, arrogant, almost maniacal. I smile. I push him out and lock the door. So he won't bother me again. Right then, my phone gets a friend request notification. I see that familiar profile pic and username. My blood nearly freezes. How does Liu Ruyan have my WeChat? This WeChat I registered after rebirth. With my new phone, brand new account. I didn't even tell my family. Didn't tell my brother either. How did she find me? This life I don't want anything to do with her. So I hit reject and blocked her directly. So she can't request again and ruin my mood. But moments later, another friend request comes. It says, hi, I'm Liu Ruyan. Says she's your brother's friend. She switched accounts to add me. Seeing this WeChat makes my blood rush even more. Last life I discovered this alternate account. I secretly logged in once to look. That one look completely shattered my worldview.